I met you at Crypto Connect Expo a couple weekends ago, or wow, last weekend? A couple weekends ago. And, I was so pleased because you were so articulate about your work and you were just so, I don't know, shiny is the word that I want to use. You were beaming. You were so excited about what you were doing and you were sitting at the NFT Kids booth, but they were showcasing you. There weren't even any adults around while I was there. It was just you and some other kids showing off your art. And, your mom was like 2 booths down. And I remember I went and asked her permission if I could interview you. But I think that's really beautiful. Your dad was the one that introduced you to NFTs and your mom's the one that's accompanying you from Texas. You can come to Florida and be a participant in this show. I think that's so incredible. And it's really lovely that your parents are supporting you. They're supporting your art. And they're supporting your creativity and they're also supporting you being, until a couple of years ago, we totally would have just called a programmer. Like you would have just been a digital programmer because we didn't have the word NFT until very recently. When we created digital art, it was like you were using your computer, but then the idea that you also could, get that out there electronically, sell it electronically. That's really brand new. And I think it's giving people who are your age and this whole generation are you Gen Z or are you younger than that? Oh, I don't even know. Is there a Gen for you yet?
It's like Gen Z.
You are Gen Z. Okay. So I don't know what's going to come after that because they started with X and I was Gen X. And so now they've only gotten to Gen Z and it's like, are you as the next group going to be Gen A? I don't even know. Anyway, all the Gen Z generation is the first one. It's like y'all came out holding, like digital pencils for your digital tablets and operating inside of that space. Babies with smartphones. It was something that even a few years back you couldn't have. People would be like, don't touch my very expensive smartphone, small child. And you guys have gotten to really grow up with that technology. So it wasn't anything you had to learn as much as it is, kind of your native language. And I think that's really important because it means that you think in kind of a bigger picture sense, more holistically, I'll say. It's like you can see 360 degrees because just like being, bilingual. Do you speak more than one language or you just speak English?
I do. I'm born in India and, I do. I know Malayalam.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you speak 2 languages?
Yeah.
And you actually speak 3 because you speak digital and you speak fluent digital and you learned it, you learned to speak. Do you speak Hindi or a different dialect? What do you speak?
I speak Malayalam.
Malayalam. Okay. Well,
it's hard.
Say it again. Say it again.
Malayalam.
Malayalam. How did I do?
You did good.
Did I say it right? Okay. Well, to me, you spoke that language at birth. Did you speak English from birth also?
I spoke English, I think, a little later. It was Malayalam from birth.
Well, I would have had no idea, but, cause you said to me, you just sound, totally American and assimilated and all of that. But I think again, you have exactly that same training, with your digital language that you started that, as a very, very young child as well. And I'm really excited to see what you end up doing with it. I think it's going to be really just incredible. What do you want to do? You're going to keep being an artist, but what do you, I guess at 13, you're probably already having those questions about like, what am I going to be when I grow up? But what do you think you want to do in the, in the online space?
I definitely want to grow my, Ava Ramona. That's a big thing that I really want to happen in the future. Even when I grow up, make it like, open to a lot of people, a lot of, kids and parents. And in the digital world, in the online world, I really want to, teach other kids about, digital art and, different tools that I use, like, for example, Figma or Trello, or
okay, I literally heard of Figma for the first time last week. And yes, from a crypto friend. So that's really interesting.